Oh my word, you guys. Okay, let me grab my phone. Oh, it's right here. Hopefully this is recording. Hopefully I'm live. Oh, you guys, this has been, when you pop on here, if I'm even live, say hello. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Chris, I'm glad somebody's here to say if I'm live, because this is a nightmare. That's what it is. Like I'm living in the twilight zone. Hey, Daisy. This is not my normal time to go live, and I thought, oh, it'll be fun. I'm doing this thing. It'll be great. And then, like, you guys, I have no idea. Facebook will let me go live everywhere except my phone. Like, it is totally acting like I'm, like, it won't let me be the admin of my page and go live. It, like, and my comments aren't even working on here. So hopefully I'll catch comments. Let me know if you guys can hear me. And I'm sorry I'm later than, like, what time is it even now? 40 minutes of my life gone. Oh, you guys. Okay, and I'm in a weird, because I can only go live on my iPad. So there's all this weirdness behind me. My nice unfinished walls. My husband's going to be really happy that this happened, because literally, like, he's finishing my walls today. All of this is unfinished. We have the paper, the wallpaper. We haven't finished that little corner. And he's going to be super happy that this happened, because I'm going to be like, you have to finish it. We've had it literally for like a year and a half, and he just has never helped me finish it. Happy Monday, you guys. It is a Monday for sure. So I'm glad you can hear me. You can see me. I wanted to stamp with you guys, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to stamp now, because you literally can't see what I'm doing. So I don't know. We'll see if it will work after I share. The whole point of coming on here to share with you guys. I've literally, like, you should see my office. It's a mess. I've torn, like, I tried putting my iPad over here. Like, I know you can't see where I'm pointing. Like, in front of my ink pads, pointing down. Like, I've torn everything off walls. I've torn stuff off shelves. Like, I've, like, tore up my space trying to figure this out. So I don't even know if it's going to be possible. I mean, I could stamp, but you guys wouldn't see it, and then I could just show you. Like, I could hold it up and show you, but I don't know if that's, like, that's not a lot of fun. So let me share with you guys the whole point of this fiasco. So today, Stampin' Up is doing I don't even know where to look, because I don't know where my camera is on this thing. Stampin' Up is doing an entire really fun thing on a Facebook group that we have for demonstrators. It's called the Demonstrator Planning Place, and you get to be a part of that when you're a demonstrator. And it is a mix of demonstrators who are doing this as a business, and then it's demonstrators who just want the discount and are just hanging out and having fun and sharing. There are so many amazing ideas on that group. And it's just a really fun place to hang out and be a part of. So Stampin' Up is doing something that they've never done before. They are doing a, like, Facebook hangout party, which is really fun. I'm hoping that it's really, really successful, because it's been really fun over there today with all of this stuff. So the reason they're doing it, oh my gosh, I bet this is going to be funny. My iPad is stacked on a bunch of stamp sets. And it's going to be funny if Lovely as a Tree is there. Let me see. Did I pull it? Oh my word. Hold on, you guys, while I look for the stamp set. Is it in my retired stuff? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Let me grab this stuff. Oh, okay. So Stampin' Up is doing this really fun hangout party today, and it is the retiring party for Lovely as a Tree, which is what I wanted to stamp with today. So this stamp set is retiring, and see, I don't even, I guess this way. Yeah, you can see it on here. So this stamp set has been in the catalog for a lot of years, like a really long time. It's been in the Stampin' Up! Catalog for 18 years, which is phenomenal. Most stamp sets last 2 or 3 years, and that is it. And this one has been in here for 18 years. It's a beautiful set. This morning on the demonstrator planning place, the lady who designed this set, she did a Facebook Live, and she talked about how she designed this set, and it was really fun to hear that. So Stampin' Up's doing this thing, and I thought I would join in just for fun, because I had already made some cards anyways that I hadn't shared yet. I had not had time to get them up to share with you guys. So the kind of fun thing is that Lovely as a Tree is retiring, so this is going away forever. And then Rooted in Nature is taking its place. It's hard to do this, you guys. Rooted in Nature is coming in and filling in the shoes of Lovely as a Tree. So fun, right? So, Rooted in Nature, I have some cards that I did with this, and it has a die. And I had borrowed this from Wendy to do my cards, and I thought, oh, like, I wonder if I want to get this set. I wasn't sure if it was going to retire this year, so I was kind of waiting. So now that I know that it's not retiring, and I kind of have this feeling that it's going to be a set that's in our catalog for a while, which kind of makes me happy. So I've ordered this today, this set, the Rooted in Nature, and I've done this in the bundle. I'm sorry, you guys, that it's so weird. I'm having a lot of struggles just figuring out how to do this. This is in a bundle right now. So when you bundle product together, Jesus, oh, you guys. When you bundle it together, you save 10%. So that's why I went ahead and I ordered it today, to make sure that I saved that 10%. And I thought that would be fun. So what I wanted to do was stamp with Lovely as a Tree to say goodbye to Lovely as a Tree, because I already have these cards that are going up on my website today. Here's the first one. And then here is this one. And I used the Nature's Poem designer paper. So that's what I was featuring. On Mondays, what I've been doing is I have been doing a little series where I focus on a fun technique. And then I do like a simple card with a fun technique. And one of the fun techniques is just using designer paper. So I literally, all of these cards are made with one sheet of designer paper. The stripes here, this sheet right here, is the back of the, well, let's see. This, it's just one sheet is what I'm trying to say. Whoa, you guys. We're going to get through it. It's one sheet of designer paper, front and back, and that's what I've used to design the cards. So then the video for my cards will be featuring this design here. This one I used one extra layer. I did a soft suede back here, and this one I just did the stripes. So cute, right? So I had already done these with the Rooted in Nature. And so I thought it was so fun. Stampin' Up only announced this, like, I think on Friday they announced it to demonstrators. And I actually didn't even see it until Saturday. And I was like, oh, that would be so fun. Since I haven't shared these cards yet with Rooted in Nature, I'll do that. And then I'll do a live on Monday and share the Lovely as a Tree. So the question is do you guys want me to still stamp even though I can't? I mean, I can hold things up and show you guys, but I can't, there's no way for me to film a live pointing down because of the issue. I don't know what the issue is. Facebook hates me, I guess. But I could still stamp and I could just show you. I was going to do a simple card and nothing's prepped because I spent 40 minutes trying to figure out how to get on Facebook Live. Right? Winning at life here. So here's the other fun thing. So this has been in the catalog for 18 years. So they told us all about that today. And then all day on the demonstrator planning place, they are showing, they're sharing stories about this. They are sharing projects. We've been encouraged to any of the projects we're making to share with the demonstrator planning place. And then here's the fun thing is they're doing a really fun sales challenge. So anyone who, that's reminded me to tell you guys how many of these have sold throughout the 18 years. So they're doing a sales challenge with this, since this is the new guy, the Rooted in Nature, and it's still at a bundle right now, and you're saving 10%. They've just issued a really fun challenge that whichever top 3 demonstrators sell the most of this stamp set or bundle, they are planting a tree at the home office, at the Stampin' Up home office, which I think is just so fun. And then they're going to take those demonstrators and put their name on a plaque, and then the plaque will be inside. I don't think they're going to do, I think they said they're not going to put the plaque outside, but it'll be inside. It'll just be this fun thing they do, and then they'll plant a tree at the home office, which I think is really fun. So anyways, you guys, if you've not picked up this set, you're going to want to pick it up between now and the time that the catalog ends. So the last day to get this as a bundle is going to be on June 3rd, because our new catalog goes live on June 4th. So you still have a little ways, and for the next couple weeks until the end of the catalog, I'm going to be sharing about this bundle and picking it up just because I think it's fun to participate and do that with this. I'm hoping that Stampin' Up will do more hangouts and parties like this because it's so fun. So the link is, hey Kathy, the link for this stamp set is in the description of this video, okay? So you can just click on the screen if you're on a tablet. The link to purchase this one is in the description, and also this. If you don't have Lovely as a Tree, then you are going to want to order it. So with this big push for the ordering of Lovely as a Tree, it may, supplies may run out. So I know in other countries, you can't, it's already, the supplies have already run out. So, I don't think we have to worry about that because we're here in the U.S. and we probably have a pretty good supply left, and we, Stampin' Up makes their own stamps. So, but I'm putting it out there that it could sell out. So if you don't have this one, you'll want to pick it up. So then the question is that should I still try to stamp or not? I'll show you guys these one more time while I kind of wait for everybody to comment. If you guys want me to try to stamp and just show you what I'm stamping, then we could probably do that. And then make sure you check out these cards on my website today. The video will be up soon. I'm in the process of editing it and getting it to YouTube and writing the post about it. So make sure you check that out. And then I have also a couple photos of some projects done with Lovely as a Tree, and then some other projects done with Rooted in Nature. And look at all the dies that you get in this set. So you get lots of dies. These dies right here, the ones that kind of look like this, they emboss too. So isn't that fun? Okay, so you guys said, yeah, let's go ahead and stamp. So I'll just chat with you guys, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. So what I thought would be fun, what color is this? Sahara Sand. Okay, so what I thought would be really fun is if we mixed these two stamp sets together. Meaning, we stamped with with both of them. Okay, so what I want to do is, and I'll just hold stuff up and show you. Okay, Iona, that's fine, hun. I know you're moving. You're totally fine. You just do what you need to do, and when you get settled, no worries. Okay, so I'm just taking a piece of Sahara sand, and I'm going to do the whole card in this, because I feel like this set is such a pretty set for really simple cards, and I'm thinking I want to emboss. Okay. So here's Sahara sand, and it's just a card base. It's not in my normal orientation, right? So then we'll take the other half of that cardstock, and I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4 by 4. Oops. Just like that. So now this is going to layer right over it, which I know it's a little hard to see that layer, but we'll pop it up, okay? And I might even emboss this. I'm not sure yet, okay? So we have this. So now the question is, I want to use this sentiment, and it's pretty large. So I'm wondering, let's do the stamping first. So we're gonna, hey Shelly, how fun that you're on here. Shelly is my good friend. She lives close to me. Okay, so here's this. Of all the ones to pop on here when I'm not being very professional. Okay, so this is going to need a large block. And this is unfortunately not one of our cling stamps, so neither one of these are. So our new cling stamps are going to cling to our block really well. This one is not, and I'm nervous. So what I'm going to do is I just put some adhesive, some snail adhesive right on here. And I even have, like, I really want to emboss. Like, I want to heat emboss with this, but I don't know if it's going to work, you guys, with this funky setup I have. If I could find the top of my stamp table. Oh my gosh, Kathy. Did you move? Like, what happened to your stamp table? Okay, so it's on here. I think it's on here pretty good. So now let's use Sahara sand. So what we're going to do is a tone on tone effect. We're using Sahara sand cardstock and Sahara sand ink, okay? Sahara sand, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite neutral colors. Okay, so, and you guys know the stamp does not look clean. So I know Chris is on here and she's shaking her head at me because I should have had this cleaned already, but it does not look clean to me. So we're just going to take a minute and see if it wasn't clean or if that's just stays on. It looks like it wasn't clean. Oh, it's just a mess. So I'm just using my Stampin' Scrub. I'm just going to tell you guys every step because since you're not looking down at my space, I know it's a little weird. So I'm using my Stampin' Scrub and my mist, and I just gave that a clean. And then the way I'm going to ink this up, oh my word, with this camera situation. Okay, which way do I need to go? Okay, so the way I'm going to ink it up is I'm going to lay it flat like this, and then I'm going to ink up my stamp face down. So the great thing about our blocks is they have these grooves in them for your fingers. So when you have to do that, when you have to stamp upside down, our blocks are great because they have those grooves and you can grab them. Okay, So now I know you can't see this part, but what I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to stamp it and then I'm going to show you. That's going to be easier. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. It's gorgeous and I've not even done anything, you guys. Okay. Okay. And then I totally stamped all over my spot, like all over my stamping thing because I'm frustrated and in a hurry. Okay, look at that. So that's just tone on tone, right? So I've just taken, already, you could just put a sentiment on this. You could totally put a tiny sentiment centered on the bottom of this and it would be beautiful. Like you would have to do nothing else. Okay? I am going to dry emboss this too when I'm done. Okay, so pretty, right? Already. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close this up so I don't put my whole hand in it because you guys know I'll do that. We're going to clean this and we're going to attempt to do some heat embossing. Okay. So what I need is I need gold embossing powder. And then I need my whole little setup here. Okay, so we have our Versamark. We're going to need our embossing buddy. Hey, Debbie. And then we're also going to need to... This is my snappy tray. Exactly what it's called, a snappy tray. And this is what I do my embossing in. Okay. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my embossing buddy and I'm going to put this all over the card. I'm doing this I don't want to touch it with my fingers. I'm doing this because we've stamped on this and I want that powder not only to pick up any of the oils from my fingers, but also so that any static, it's going to help with that. And that way when we stamp next, the ink is only going to stick to the part of the stamp that I stamped down. So I'm taking Versamark and inking this up really good. Versamark is just a nice clear ink. It's nice, clear, and sticky. Okay, so I've really smashed that down, okay? So now we're going to stamp again. And this time I'm stamping right in the middle of my image. Okay. Now I'm going to hold this over my snappy tray. And we're going to sprinkle gold embossing powder. And it's going to stick. Hopefully to just where I have embossed. Okay, so now let's use the heat tool. And let's emboss this. We're going to let the heat tool heat up really good. Just kidding, guys. Okay. And it's magic. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. So I feel like I did not get, oh, there it is. See that? I feel like I did not get enough embossing powder on here. That's okay though. Okay, so now what I wanted to do originally is I wanted to take this sentiment and stamp. Okay, let's do some stamping again. I'm going to do both ways. Okay, so I'm just taking a piece again. I'm doing all the same stuff. We're going to take Lovely as a tree. I just have an idea. This is what I get for not being prepared, you guys. Okay, Sahara Sand again. Okay. And I'm just going up a little bit higher. Okay. So that's all I'm doing. I felt like it was a little low. Okay, so all I've done is I've just gone up a little bit higher. Okay, so that's Sahara Sand ink on Sahara Sand cardstock. Okay, so now I don't know what to do with this stuff. Okay, we're gonna clean that. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my heat tool and I'm gonna dry this inking. I feel like the ink was not dry on this layer. Okay, so now we're gonna use the powder again. And to use the powder, you just tap it down. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is take that Versamark and do the same thing, and we're gonna gold emboss it again. Okay, so Versamark. And I feel like I used my Versamark pad that wasn't as wet. Okay. See all the powder on my hand? Okay. So now, back with the gold. Okay, yeah, I think this is going to make a huge difference. Okay. So now let's heat set this. So I don't know if you guys can tell already without me even heat setting it. It already, I feel like the powder's stuck better. Okay. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. Yeah, this turned out much better. See that? Okay. So now since I have two, I can try this and see if it's going to work since I've got two of them. Okay, so let's grab the Big Shot. Oh, I need to do my others. Well, let's try this first. Where's that embossing folder? Okay, here's my Subtles embossing folder. Okay, so we need, I'm telling you guys, I have torn my office apart with today. Okay, so let's try this and just see how it's gonna look. Oops. Okay, so when you're using the dynamic embossing folder that's really thick, you just use one plate. You use the regular Big Shot platform, not the magnetic, and then you use one clear plate. Oh. Huh. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not sure that I'm gonna love it. Okay, so here's how this is as of right now. So now let's take You Are Wonderful. And let's put our sentiment on here. And I'm going to do that with, of course, Early Espresso. Okay, so if I was using this in my Stamparatus, I would stamp this again because I feel like the Early Espresso could totally pop a little bit more. I know, I'm so sad that Lovely as a Tree is retiring. It's gorgeous. Okay, so now we've done the stamping, and I'm going to take my heat tool and I'm going to dry the Early Espresso. Okay, so now this is either going to like really make this card work or I'm totally going to mess it up. And I could not tell you which one today because the way this day is going, okay. So the thing I want to show you is on this embossing folder, there is a line here. Do you see that? And that is not just for the logo. That is so you can line your cardstock up right in the folder. So that's what I've done. Sometimes I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, especially with the Subtles embossing folder. I feel like that one of the reasons it's my favorite is because it's very forgiving. But with some of our other folders, it can be really useful for that design. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. To be lined up. Okay, so should I show you guys? Are you ready? I don't even know if it's really gonna pick up. But see how that cardstock now just has a little bit of texture to it? Okay. So now we're gonna take our base And of course we need to add foam to this. Do I have some foam I can use? Oh, good. I have some fun foam. I'm running out of it. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now we'll add some adhesive to this. Thank you, Sarah. Okay. So now here's the question. Do I just leave it? Do we just leave it? And it's beautiful the way it is. Or do we add a little something to it? I don't know, you guys. So what I really want to do is add some dark brown enamel dots to this. But it is gorgeous the way it is. I do love it. Okay, you guys are saying leave it. Yeah, the gold is really pretty. Look at how pretty that is. I know you can hardly see. It's so pretty. Yeah, I love it. Debbie, you are dangerous. You are like what's the saying? Like you're living on the dangerous side, encouraging me to add more. I really love it, you guys. So it is a really simple card, and you could do lots of different sentiments with this. You could also wrap a little bit of linen thread onto the bottom of this before you do the sentiment. You could pop the sentiment up. I kept it really, really simple, like one layer. I feel like the gold is really pretty. So if you don't have Lovely as a Tree, this set right here, I really, really encourage you guys to get it. I will keep this one forever. Not only do I love that it's such a huge part of Stampin' Up! History, and there's sometimes that I purchase certain things just with the thought or the desire to have it because it's a part of the company and the company story, and that's definitely, I would definitely purchase this even if I didn't like it, but I love this set. It's gorgeous and if you look on Pinterest, don't get her started, right? Right, Kathy, don't get me started. If you look on Pinterest or online, you will find so many amazing cards done with this set. They have sold over 200,000 sets, which is amazing. So that I just thought that was a fun number, that's how many have been sold, and it's been in many different forms as they have. It's been in the catalog for 18 years. So it's gone through lots of different catalogs and stuff. And then if you have not purchased Rooted in Nature yet, make sure you purchase this bundle before the end of the catalog. I am not by any means a big time demonstrator. And so I don't foresee me being in the top 3. There's lots of other demonstrators that will probably really run with this, and that will be amazing for them, and it'll be so fun. But I just thought it would be fun to participate. A lot of times I don't participate in a lot of the things that Stampin' Up does like that. But this one, I don't know, it just tugged at my heart a little bit. So if you don't have this set and you would like to get it and save the 10% and help me out a little bit by helping me sell some of these sets, that would be amazing. But most of all, I just want you guys to have really amazing sets in your collection that you can pull from. That's why oftentimes I do keep my favorite sets, because sometimes there's just a set that really makes a lot of sense to pull from because you can use it for lots of different projects. And these are definitely some of those sets. So anyways, you guys, I just thought it would be fun. I know this isn't my normal live time, and I'm sorry about all the Facebook issues. Hopefully it'll be fixed by Friday, so that our live will be normal on Friday. This is going directly on YouTube, so any of the links that I discussed on our Facebook Live, they will be in the YouTube description and over on my website today, along with these cards. So make sure you check out the video for these cards, and then also the photos and stuff on my website. So Kathy said, I remember going to my first Stampin' Up home party. That was this was the Lovely as a Tree was the stamp the demonstrator used. Oh, that is fun, Kathy. That is a lot of fun. Aww. So I love that. So another thing that they're doing on the demonstrator planning place, if you're a demonstrator and you've popped on here and you've seen this and you haven't been to the demonstrator place yet, the designer who designed this set is signing a couple copies of the Lovely as a Tree, and they're going to give some away on the demonstrator planning place group. So that's fun. Just another amazing reason to become a demonstrator. You get to do lots of fun things like this. So you guys, anyways, I'm going to go. I have a disaster to clean up here in my office to put my office back together. And then I want to get this video finished editing and get it uploaded for you guys so you can see that. And then all week I'll be around creating with you guys and sharing with you so that we can stamp together, because that's the funnest, right? All this stamping gets us through all these glitches, right? I could just strangle Facebook, right? I was like, what in the world? But we made it through it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me, stamping with me in this weird place. And I totally appreciate you guys. And I will be back later this week to craft with you some more. Thanks so much, guys.